Hey, hi, how are you? Good, I hope. Once again, I was cruising the news for the next mashup. Yes, it's coming. But anyway, and something struck me. Despite innovations in technology, tighter OHS legislation, and harsher penalties, workers are still dying. So what's the problem? Is it missing hazard assessments? Is it inadequate controls? Is it poor communication? You know what? I think I know why. Yep, no safety plan. Oh, sorry, if you dropped your phone, I'm sorry. Was that too over the top?
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Anyway, today we're going to answer that critical question. Why do projects need a safe work plan? Now, whether you're managing a construction site, a new construction project, launching a new product, or running an event, safety isn't just a box to check, which, unfortunately, many project managers think it is.
Hey, wait a minute!
Hey, I didn't say all, I said some. Actually, I said many. However, you've heard the saying, fail to plan, plan to fail. The same works for safety. No safety plan, well, plan for tragedy.
You don't have a plan.
Now, before we dig into the why, let's clarify the what. A safety plan, or safe work plan, is a structured approach that identifies potential hazards associated with a project and outlines the steps to eliminate or control those risks. It's more than just paperwork. It's a living, breathing guide that ensures that every team member is aware of the plan and knows their role in maintaining a safe work site, one that's free of lost time incidents. After all, time is money. Now, a safe work plan can be thought of as a simple formula. In other words, a safe work plan equals hazard and risk assessment plus control measures plus training plus communication. Really, what we've done here is taken the site-specific hazard assessment, also known as a field level hazard assessment, and expanded it to include some other necessary components. Think of this as a roadmap for safety. It covers everything from pre-use checks, equipment checks, emergency procedures, and protective gear like PPE, but also to training and clear communication channels. Now, let's examine why this matters. Reason number one, and certainly the most important, it's protecting people's lives and, of course, their health. Every project, big or small, brings unique risks. Without a safe work plan, hazards go unchecked and accidents will happen. A safe work plan ensures everyone knows what to expect, how to protect themselves, and where to turn if things go wrong. Now, the numbers speak for themselves. In Canada, in 2023, 1,057 deaths, almost 3 per day. In the US, there was 5,283, and let's expand it to worldwide. Worldwide, 2.9 million worker deaths. Now, let's just pause here for a second. My fellow Canadians, before you climb onto your high horse, please recognize something. The US has 10 times our population here in Canada, but less than 5 times the workplace fatalities. Just saying, we've got lots of work to do. No deadline or budget is worth risking someone's life or limb. No, not at all. It's non-negotiable. There is no acceptable risk for life and limb. Number 2, projects are bound by legislation. This legislation is designed to protect workers and the public and the environment. Failing to have a safe work plan isn't just risky. In fact, depending on the type of work, it may be even against the law. So, employers, you have a legal and ethical responsibility to provide safe conditions for everyone involved. Punitive actions can hit hard, but beyond the law, creating a safe work environment shows respect for your workers and it builds trust. And this takes us to reason number 3. It simply boosts morale and increases productivity. The internet is rife with studies that demonstrate how safer workplaces have better morale and workers are more productive. And of course, number 4, the last reason, time. And time is, after all, money. You could be losing both due to things like stop work orders and shutdowns, incident investigations, lost productivity after severe injury or fatality, and more. In fact, there are other costs, and it's been estimated that the indirect costs after a workplace accident can be anywhere as twice as much to 10 times the direct costs. Okay, so that's the what and the why. And you've stuck around waiting for it, so let's get to the how. First things first, though, I have to ask, what's your safety culture like? It's been said in a few ways. You can't help those that don't want to help themselves. Or more aptly put, you have to want to change before you can change. The very first thing is culture. If you don't have a culture where the organization sees the benefit of taking the time to work safely, well, you've got other challenges. You might have to approach it with the time and money spin, but it should be about the people, not the money. Now, I've done lots of live streams about safety culture. So if you're interested, I will leave a link in the description to get you started. But when you get to this safety plan process and get it in place, get it started, you will positively affect your safety culture. There is no doubt about that. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the first part of the equation is the hazard and risk assessment. Now, I can't go into all the details about what a hazard assessment is, but I will link to a playlist and, of course, the online course on hazard assessments in the description below. There's also a link to right up here if you watch for it. Your hazard assessment should be started by the project manager when he or she is in the planning stage. They will be able to gather a lot of information about the project, which will help you, the safety professional, to further identify the hazards. Part of the process is going to be consulting with the PM, that's the project manager, and others to ensure you have identified all the probable hazards. This, of course, will include things that cannot be controlled, like the weather. Now, the second part of controlling the hazards, which is actually part of the hazard assessment process. But your job is to determine the controls necessary to eliminate or significantly control the hazards. You'll need to have to consider things like, well, diverting traffic or controlling traffic if you're working where motor vehicles are present. Yeah, you might want to check this link up here too. Part of this control plan will also have built-in contingencies for the weather. For example, if you're working at heights, what's your tolerance level for increases in wind speed? Now, the next piece is sometimes the most difficult, and that's training. Training needs to be looked at in a few different ways. First off, training is an administrative control. It's part of the control process. However, you also need to consider your training needs for the project. Does everyone have the skills and training necessary to complete their assigned tasks safely? Or do you hire or assign only trained personnel? Or do you take the time to train first?
Wow, this is a tough one.
I'll leave that up to you. Both work and meet the requirements, but hey, your call. But also you need to train people on the plan. And that takes us to this fourth piece, and that's communication. The communication piece is essential. This also needs to be looked at in a few different ways. Ensuring everyone is aware of the plan by communicating it out. In other words, making sure everyone knows there's one plan. There's a plan. And also, being an active audience is absolutely important. So you have to make sure that you communicate the fact that you've got a plan out. Part of this effective communication is being transparent about all of the hazards and ensuring full awareness of the controls. You, the safety professional, should be part of the kickoff meeting where everyone is brought together to discuss the project. Regardless of where they are in the project timeline, this should be done to ensure continuity of the plan. The safety plan needs to be part of the project kickoff agenda. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. From there, the next communication piece is to ensure the toolbox talks are implemented and they occur on a regular basis. They don't have to be an onerous process. Look at them as a process of touching base with the workforce and any contractors that might also be part of the project. Ensuring that everyone knows the phase of the project that you're currently on and if any new hazards have developed, or ones that might develop and what controls are in place to ensure everyone's safety. There, that's it. you have it. Now, if you want to learn more about hazard assessments, you can start with this video up here, and it will lead you through the rest of the playlist. So what we've learned so far is that a safety plan or a safe work plan is a formula of 4 components: hazard and risk assessment, plus effective control measures, plus comprehensive training, plus clear communication. All of those together equal a safe work plan or safety plan. As I've said before, it's more than just paper. Okay? Safety leaders recognize that planning is more than creating complex, wordy documents. They take the time to look at things from every angle, placing the importance of safety above profit, and clearly communicating that plan out to everyone involved. But they also consult and listen to those involved to ensure they don't miss anything. Because a safety leader understands if they want others to listen to them, well, they need to listen to others first. Okay, take care. Bye for now.